Today's SOFA briefing, we're going to be talking about a few motions and updates in the Donna Adelson case. Now, this is the next trial that we're going to be streaming if it actually happens, right? So let's just do a quick recap. So Donna Adelson, she's 75 and she's facing some very serious charges connected to the 2014 murder for hire of the FSU law professor Dan Markel. Now, she's looking at first-degree murder, conspiracy, solicitation, all sorts of crazy stuff, right? And a plot that the investigators are saying was deeply calculated and executed with help from multiple parties, okay? Again, this is not a deep dive into the whole case, but I mean, her son's in prison, his girlfriend, whatever you want to call her, the accomplices, this runs deep and years long, okay? So, Adelson was finally arrested. Donna Adelson was finally arrested in January 2024 at the Miami International Airport. Okay, she's about to board a one-way flight to Vietnam. A detail that the prosecutors say points to consciousness of guilt. Right now, the defense is like, you know, she didn't know that she had this outstanding arrest warrant at that time, right? It's just a coincidence that she was taking a one-way ticket there. So as we get ready to move into this final stretch before the trial, right? Both the sides are really battling over what jurors are going to be allowed to see and hear in the courtroom, okay? So one of those things that they're trying to do is like testimony limitations. Adelson's defense team is pushing to basically limit the testimony of key investigators, right? They're saying that, you know, they might offer improper opinion based on statements on the new aspects of the investigation. Now, the judge's ruling is still pending on that one, okay? Now, there's also interpretation of communications. Another motion seeks to prevent witnesses from interpreting the content of emails, texts, recorded calls, all linking Adelson to the murder plot. Now, nonetheless, the judge has already ruled on that these communications are admissible as evidence, right? But they're like trying another way to get this out. The other major thing she wants to get thrown out for all good reason is the airport arrest video. Now, the defense is trying to like renew efforts to keep that video of Adelson away from the jurors, right? It's really bad. They're trying to say that it could unfairly prejudice the jury. Now, so far, the judge has denied the request to exclude the footage, right? But it could basically be revisited before the trial actually officially begins, which is just at this point in a few weeks, okay? Now, there's also this change of venue debate going on. Another major pretrial issue is whether Donna Adelson can get a fair trial in Leon County, Florida, right? So, you know, and they're citing, of course, like this extensive media coverage that's gone on for like the last 11 years. Remember, I told you this case has been going on for a very long time. Now, the defense introduced data showing that almost every local resident has seen dozens of news stories about the case, but the judge is basically like, look, you know what, when this is going on, it's too soon to be making a final call on moving the trial elsewhere. And, you know, he's at one point was indicating that the matter can be raised again during jury selection. Okay, so we'll have to see what takes place. I would imagine if every single juror starts coming in there and they can't seat a jury, right? I mean, there you go. So it could become critical if the defense feels a fair jury is absolutely impossible to seat. Now, the timeline and key dates looking ahead that you need to be aware of are this. So there is a final pretrial motion hearing on August 8th, 2025. Trial is scheduled to begin August 19th, 2025, again in Leon County, Florida. Now, the judge also extended previously for the deadline for motions to go to July 21st. Now, obviously, when you're seeing this, it's past that, okay? And basically saying like, you know, this won't delay the trial start or whatever. So, meanwhile, with all that going on, the court has compelled raw communications from Charlie Adelson, right? This could be another potential piece of whatever this drama that's unfolding, okay, coming into play here. So we will only be able to sit back and see. So I will say this, the rate we've been going with these trials that we followed for years, it would not surprise me for something to happen with this, especially with Donna Adelson, right? There's no telling what could pop off with her, right? They've got money, they've got all the things going. So she was trying to rush this through. We'll see, right? I'm also curious to see if her husband ends up getting pulled into it. And obviously, the woman of the hour that we all want to see pulled into it is Wendy, her daughter, who is at the center of this case. So that is our little sofa briefing today. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And until next time, I'll see y'all soon.